तुम्हारे सामने बताओ।
आपको ही रहते हैं, उनको हम बुला लेना।
Sir, you will record, sir? Sir, this is a rare foreign body which I removed from one patient. Sir, one patient, Mr. D. Suryanarayana, he came with a dislocation of elbow joint and a fracture. So he was operated for fracture by open reduction and internal fixation on 18th of October 2007. So after the surgery is over, patient recovered well. So because IV fluids have been stopped and there is no need of further antibiotic injections, I have advised the sister to remove the cannula. So while the sister was removing the cannula remained inside and only attachment, that is the butterfly, came out. So unfortunately the sister could not remove the cannula and it stayed inside and went inside. So naturally an X-ray was done. Because it is not very significantly radio opaque, nothing was detected. Then what I did is I got a color Doppler study done which showed that probably the catheter is lodged in the forearm veins. So I decided to explore to avoid complications and also to give comfort to the patient. And the foreign body was removed by doing an exploration venotomy. Just for prevention of the catheter going up, higher incision was given. It was removed by venotomy. This is the X-ray showing fracture for which he was operated, and this is the intra photograph. So an higher incision was given. The vein was opened and then the vein was put with a silk so that the catheter cannot migrate proximally. A second incision was given. The vein was opened and through venotomy the cannula was removed. And this is the IV cannula which was removed from the vein. So after I have made a search through internet and also discussed with colleagues and seniors. So this is a very rare complication. Internet says that books didn't deal much information, and only one case came to my notice through one of our senior anesthetists who has told that yes, similar complication has happened, but there is no follow-up. We don't know what has happened. Theoretically, the possibilities include thrombophlebitis and fibrosis, or there can be suppression, abscess formation, and rejection, or it can migrate proximally and get lodged in heart, or leading to infective endocarditis, or it may go into lung and may lead to fibrosis or lung abscess. So, but internet and literature search yielded central venous catheter migration. So the likely complications as per the literature available is myocardial infarction, arrhythmias, valvular or cardiac or venous perforation or pulmonary embolism. Other things like infections, in situ fracture, fragmentation and embolization can also occur. The first case of central venous catheter embolization was described in 1954. It is because of cutting of the fixing suture or the catheter material fatigue or patient moving in the position inside. The catheters can migrate into the bloodstream and lodge in vena cava, right atrium, right ventricle, in pulmonary artery, or one of the branches. Mortality reportedly depends on duration and the site of lodgement of the foreign body. Mortality is highest when the foreign body was lodged in right heart, less when lodged in vena cava, and least when lodged in pulmonary artery. So the literature supports aggressive foreign body removal. There is also literature supporting conservative management in asymptomatic patients. The decision to extract this should be individualized based on patient's condition, location and potential risk. Central venous catheter placement is a very important task, requires skill and experience, and one should be cautious during insertion and removal. Another intravascular migration of epidural catheter was also described. So this is basically in brief the literature. So use of quality cannulas is very important to prevent this kind of complications, and one should be careful, and one should use innovative methods like color Doppler to locate so that you can remove the cannula.
Thank you, Dr.
God is interested for something else.